Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us, and thank you to Ms. Greenwood for that beautiful and really touching slideshow. As the parent of a senior, that gets me right here. So thanks for putting that together, Ms. Greenwood. And thank you for joining us for this Class of Laureate, this combination of a couple of traditions, class night and baccalaureate, two of the ways that we celebrate our graduating class of 2021. Of course, we'll end with commencement later this week. Just a quick word on that. The commencement, we're watching the forecast closely. It doesn't look great, so we are determined one way or another to have commencement, but we will stay in close communication. As you know, there is both a rain time later on Friday as well as a rain date on Sunday. But again, we'll communicate closely regarding all those details. But today is about Class of Laureate, and it's a wonderful opportunity to celebrate the class of 2021 with a little fun, with a little music, and lots of citations. And so more on that in a little while. But again, thank you for joining us. We're delighted to have you, and I hope that you enjoy the show. Thanks for watching.
Free Tango by Horacio Ferrer. My liberty is a wide open tango, as well as blues, cueca, rock, danzón, and ballad. My liberty is a tango, a wandering juggler, a murga, a symphony, and a choir. My liberty is a tango danced in 10,000 parts, as well as rock, malambo, salmo, opera, and flamenco. My liberty is free. It is a poet and a street urchin, as old as the world and as simple as a creed.
I want to take a moment from the bottom of my heart, and I want to say thank you to 3 of my seniors that are playing with us today. Emma, Electra, and also Abby. She's already standing. She's a bass player. These 3 beautiful friends, they have been with me for a long time. Emma playing in multiple events, 2 different instruments. Electra has been with me since 5th grade, support the program since I'm here in the school, and Abby playing in every single ensemble that we can actually imagine in the whole music department. So thank you very much to these wonderful musicians, and I hope that you enjoyed the performance today. Thank you very much.
Good evening, families, faculty, and my peers in the class of 2021. My name is Sutton Grossinger, and I'm so honored to have been chosen to say a few words about this special graduating class that I've gotten to know throughout my time here at Shipley. We come together tonight to celebrate this milestone and acknowledge all that we have achieved as Shipley students. While some of us had our first day at the Holland House 14 years ago, and some of us were new just last year, who would have known how far we would come and how we would grow into who we are today? The phrase, "a year like no other," should be familiar to all that are listening tonight. While this phrase has in past been used by Mr. Turner to describe the resilience and hope that our community has shown throughout this year, I would like to offer it a new meaning tonight. 2021, a year like no other, because our graduating class of 2021 has been anything but ordinary. To start us off, we set the record for the largest grade that Shipley has ever seen, with an outstanding 111 of us graduating in just a few days. From that, 22 of us are lifers, and for many, Shipley has been the only school we've ever known. But our class is not just great in numbers, but also in talent, drive, and spirit. Our class has excelled with regards to academics, athletics, and the arts. And together as a class, we've proven that we can be leaders in the classroom, on stage, behind a podium, or on the sports field. Each individual brings something unique and valuable, without which our class would not be whole. For most of us, I'm sure that the idea of graduating high school has not fully sunk in yet. Although we all have bright futures ahead of us, it can be difficult to think about moving on from the familiarity of walking the halls as Shipley students and moving into the new roles of Shipley alumni. Commencement, while a bittersweet transition, does not mark the end, but rather celebrates taking the first step into the next chapter of our lives. With that said, although each one of us has a unique journey ahead of us, I know that the words, "courage for the deed, grace for the doing," will keep us forever connected. No matter how far away our future takes us, we will always have a home here at 814 Yarrow Street. Shipley has given us the foundation that grants us endless potential and possibilities for the future. So, on behalf of all of us, thank you to the teachers, families, and friends of the class of 2021, to whom we all owe immense gratitude for all that they've done and continue to do to contribute to our success. And thank you, Shipley, not only for providing me with lasting lessons and memories that I will never forget, but also for introducing me to this special group of people that I have the pleasure of calling my friends. I wish you all the best of luck. I hope you achieve every goal that you set out to, and I cannot wait to see what your future holds, for I know that we are just getting started. Thank you again for this honor, and congratulations to the class of 2021.
Dear class of 2021, I still remember the summer of 2018 when I was visiting my family in my home country, and I received a phone call from Ms. Dadar asking me if I would be interested in applying for a coding position for the class of 2021. I thought about it for a few seconds and I answered, yes, I would love to. Of course, I knew in theory the responsibilities of a grade level dean. I had read the job description. I also knew that having this job would mean that my schedule would become a bit busier with meetings, answering emails, but most importantly, advocating for the class in whatever way I could. What I did not know was that I would spend the last 3 years with the most caring, thoughtful, and passionate students. I often hear people say that when students leave Shipley, that they are leaving with the best education they could have. I truly believe that. What is often left unsaid is the impact that each class leaves behind. You have been a class that always cared for others, always wants to do the right thing, even if it's not easy, and you are not afraid to ask the tough questions and stand up for what you believe. Personally, I have learned a lot from being your dean. I can confidently say that we all feel that the world is in a better place because you all are in it. Colombian novelist Gabriel García Márquez said, "No llores porque ya se terminó, sonríe porque sucedió," which translates to, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. I know that all of you had very different experiences here at Shipley. Some of you are very sad to leave the place that you called a second home for many years, while others might be excited to finally be done with high school and are ready for the next chapter of your life. Regardless of how you feel about it, I hope that when you look back at your time at Shipley, that you will look back with a smile, whether it is because of the friendships you created here, the memories from your favorite teachers, or because one day you realized that your time here was more special than you perceived at the moment of your graduation. Before any big career-defining moment growing up, my mother would often pull me to the side and ask me, "Hasta dónde puedes llegar?" Meaning, where is the farthest you can go? And I always responded, "Hasta donde yo quiera," which translates to as far as I want. It is a tradition that still continues today. It taught me that I could do anything I set my mind to as long as I put in the work and persevered through any challenges and difficulties that came my way. That being said, class of 2021, I have one question for you. Where is the farthest you can go? We will miss your spirit of service, the genuine care you have for others, and we look forward to seeing how you continue to be compassionate participants in the world. Congratulations.
Warmth of your arms like the warmth of the sun, and this will be our year. Took a long time to come. Don't let go of my hand now, darkness has gone, and this will be our year. Took a long time to come. Now I'll forget the way you held me up when I was down, and I won't forget the way you said, "Darling, I love you." You gave me faith to go on. Now we're there, and we've only just begun. This will be our year. Took a long time to come. The warmth of your smile, smile me, little one. This will be our year. Took a long time to come. You don't have to worry, all your worry days are gone. This will be our year. Took a long time to come. And I won't forget the way you held me up when I was down. And I won't forget the way you said, darling, I love you, you gave me faith. Now we're there, and we've only just begun. This will be our year. Took a long time to come. Now we're there, and we've only just begun. This will be our year. Took a long time to come. My, this will be our year. Took a long time to come.
Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you so much to our entire performing arts department, our colleagues, and our students for all the pieces that they shared with us tonight. Thank you to Mr. Casilla and to Sutton for sharing your thoughts with us. Appreciate you offering those reflections on this wonderful class of 2021. And of course, I'd be remiss before we close this evening if I didn't thank our communications team for not just this evening, but all throughout the year and later this week with commencement, for making these events available to not just us who are watching right now, but people around the world who can watch and rewatch this over and over again. So now it's time to move on to our citations. And these are an opportunity to celebrate the individual members of the class. These are all written by our colleagues and will be shared with colleagues. And a thanks to all of them, our upper school colleagues, for their contributions to these citations and for those who are reading them. It's an opportunity for us as a faculty, for us as colleagues, to speak to the individual elements that we know and love and respect about these wonderful children, these young men and women. And so we're delighted to share those with you. So there's two ways to do this, interestingly enough. So if you're watching live or just rewatching this, you can continue watching on and see all the citations. Additionally, you have the option to, if you look down below in the description, you'll see a link to a web page, and that web page will allow you to navigate to watch and rewatch individual citations as many times as you want. And whether you're watching live or rewatching, we encourage you to share those with friends and family, post them around and help celebrate and share the good news and honor this remarkable class of 2021. So again, thank you for being here tonight. We really appreciate you celebrating with us, for watching tonight, for helping us to celebrate the class of 2021. Congratulations to all of them, and we will see you at commencement. Take care.
Kaya Bailey. A three-sport athlete, Kaya Bailey hit the ground running at Shipley and hasn't looked back. Intellectually sharp and comfortable in her own skin, she has been an enthusiastic participant and driver of depth in class discussions. Her willingness to ask the tough questions others may avoid led her to be an integral part of political assemblies and debates, and to make an indelible mark here. Georgia Painter. Aided by her fluency in French and Spanish, and not too shabby English, Georgia Painter can talk to anyone. Her unparalleled enthusiasm has enabled her to make substantial connections with people of all ages in our community and reassures us that the future is in good hands with her generation. Au revoir, Georgia. Vous allez nous manquer. Jonah Marcus. If the space-time continuum is ever in disrepair, we will call in the scientific sleuth to fix it. Jonah Marcus approaches life with a sense of wonder, seeing the world as interesting problems that he is excited to solve. Whether reading textbooks for fun or watching videos on quantum physics, Jonah exudes intellectual curiosity. We wish him a lifetime of learning. Erin Macaulay. Infinitely pleasant and positive, Erin Macaulay gracefully balanced the demands of school with endless hours of practice in order to compete in cheer competitions across the country. With complete dedication to both her team and to school, she has been a great friend, classmate, and teammate to all. We are proud of the spectacular student and person she has become. Yemi Hart Carmichael. A field hockey powerhouse and captain, Yemi Hart Carmichael found success by staying low, running through holes, and surprising the competition. These skills, along with her leadership and perseverance, also allowed her to develop her passion for justice and helping others. She is a talented artist, thespian, and dancer. The choreography for Mamma Mia clearly had Yemi's creative mark. Gray Meckley. The dictionary defines perseverance as continued effort to achieve despite difficulties. We would define it as Gray Meckley. Gray is a hardworking, enthusiastic, and outgoing individual who puts 110% into everything. Whether she is hiking the Camino de Santiago or getting certified in transcendental meditation, Gray gives it her all, and we are lucky to bear witness to her adventures. Ben McNeary. A skilled master of the yo-yo, Ben McNeary is competitive, dedicated, and resourceful in and out of the classroom. A Shipley lifer, Ben makes meaningful contributions to classroom discussions and is a reliable source of wisecracks and non sequiturs in conversation. Ben has a passion for the arts and showcases his love of all things creative in both music and on campus. Ethan Massey. Ethan Massey's ability to establish deep friendships and to peel back the layers of complex topics were hallmarks of his career at Shipley. With an inviolable natural curiosity, Ethan contributed to the Beacon, was a member of the varsity baseball and soccer teams, and developed an independent study that permitted an exploration of his Spanish, Cuban, and Jewish heritage. We're all so proud of you, Ethan. Julia Barlow. As food stylist, cheesemonger, or editor-in-chief, we can't wait to read Julia Barlow's first publication. Whether harvesting carrots from Sprouts garden beds, running the bases with the softball team, or creating a breathtaking prom in the midst of a pandemic, this lifer has made us proud. There's no doubt Julia will integrate seamlessly into New York and everywhere else life takes her. Xavier Griffin. Xavier Griffin brings a burst of energy to every room he enters. A lifer since pre-K, he has left his mark at Shipley on the orchestra, Shipley Singers, and as one of the founders of the Squash Club. A lifelong learner, Xavier has taught himself languages, engineering, and coding, and even played Bill Austin in this year's Mamma Mia. He's a true Renaissance man. Matthew Partmet. Matthew Partmet consistently demonstrates compassion and participation in the world. His care for others shows through his work with Humans of Shipley, help for the homeless, and the haircuts he gives to his teammates. Whether on the field, on the court, or playing video games, Matthew brings joy to those around him and makes our community better with his strength and perseverance. Daniel G. The waters run deep for this passionate thinker. Daniel G has proven equally comfortable collaborating with peers in math and glee clubs as co-heading Shipley's environmental club. Daniel is never one to brag or boast, yet we can all applaud his efforts in helping our campus become more sustainable. Daniel's level-headedness, adaptable nature, and wicked intellect have been gifts to Shipley.
Daniel 谢方兴是位思如泉涌、 充满激情的思考者。不论是在数学课上、合唱团中与同学的通力合作，还是作为 Shipley 环境社的社长，他都表现得游刃有余。谢芳馨从来不会自吹自擂，但是他对 Shipley 环境保护所付出的努力，实在值得所有人的掌声。谢芳馨的沉着冷静、强大的适应能力和奇思妙想，都是他带给我们 Shipley 的珍贵礼物。
Justin Leach. Since coming to Shipley in the first grade, lifer Justin Leach has always asked questions and pushed to understand more. Possessing remarkable knowledge and insight about culture, government, and life in general, Justin is always ready to spar about ideas. A leader in civics clubs, debate, and the Beacon, we are excited to watch what Justin will do next. Josh Brown. Mr. Rogers used to say, look for the helpers. Lifer Josh Brown is a helper. How many of us have been rescued by his tech skills? Despite his advanced knowledge, it is his humility and his humor for which he will be remembered. Josh's tech savvy and his entrepreneurial drive will take him far, but they will have also quietly benefited the Shipley community enormously. Eric Bobo. Eric Bobo has proven to be a remarkably compassionate presence at Shipley. His empathy for those around him has provided comfort and true friendship to many. His devotion to others is matched only by his love of basketball and his dedication to his family. We will miss the quiet kindness he has shown, but know he will continue making a difference in the world. Sam Knoll. Meticulous and lighthearted, Sam Knoll is a true self-starter. A member of Shipley's squash team and internationally ranked Rubik's Cuber, Sam has patiently shown us how he hones his skills. In the classroom, Sam is a deep thinker and keen problem solver, quickly grasping new ideas, mastering new skills, and helping others do the same. We will miss Sam's exceptional intellect and playful spirit.
Fiona Core. Whether Fiona Core is contributing officially as an arts representative or informally by raising sensitive perspectives and discussions, we so appreciate her thoughtful input. As a valuable contributor to any group lucky enough to count her as a member, we celebrate Fiona for her artistic, positive, and kind nature, and thank her for making the most of her 4 years at Shipley. Lindsay Schwartzman. Displaying multi-pronged talent and modesty, lifer Lindsay Schwartzman is hardworking and thoughtful. She inhales books as if they were oxygen and produces her own writing as a contributor to the Beacon. Always fashionable, this self-guided maker and learner crafts her own jewelry and creatively constructs art with whatever materials are around. We can't wait to see what she fashions next. Olivia Joseph. What would Shipley be like without lifer Olivia Joseph's stellar contributions in the classroom and on the court? Her scholarly engagement has left classmates pondering more interesting questions, and her leadership as captain of the basketball team has inspired teammates to be their best. A straight shooter and master juggler of work and play, we will miss Olivia's confidence, humility, and dedication to getting the job done. Khalees Henry. Leading with quiet strength, Khalees shows up fully, despite her planes, trains, and automobiles commute to school. Her infectious smile and love of dancing allowed her to steal scenes in Hairspray and Little Shop of Horrors. As a lover of animals, she can often be seen with a cat, a dog, or even a goat in her arms. We honor your fortitude, Khalees. San Skirto Davis. With a fun-loving smirk, a great laugh, and enough confidence to fill a room, San Skirto Davis is a marvelous example of what we want from our students. Whether teaching himself how to play the guitar or kicking a soccer ball, this lifer has developed the skills necessary to be a lifelong learner and an excellent friend. We know there is greatness in San's future. Ryan Kai. Every school needs a member of the community who is friends with everyone, and Ryan Kai accepts this role with enthusiasm. Quick-witted, with a talent for sarcasm, Ryan has brought his unique brand of thinking to the classroom and the basketball court. Deemed Mr. Reliable by his teachers, he is a dedicated worker we can depend on for group projects or for thoughtful discussion. Dean Ilias. Get out of your comfort zone, advises Dean Ilias, an entrepreneurial Shipley lifer, steadfast friend, and charismatic personality. His passion for the multiple dimensions of sports led him to co-found the sports debate team. Dean's participation on the baseball team and leadership in the club Help for the Homeless highlight the breadth of Dean's participation in school life. Well done, Dean. AJ Piscopo. In life, as in soccer, lifer AJ Piscopo is laser focused. Clever and calm, he sits in the wings until it's his turn to shine, then follows through with a perfectly placed shot on goal. A friend to all, AJ brings a cheerful disposition to even the most mundane tasks. He has brightened our days with his quick wit and smooth dance moves. Dean Sausangelos. Everyone at Shipley knows Dean Sausangelos. Friendly and approachable, he has established close relationships with teachers, support staff, food service workers, and peers. Dean is the type of student who holds doors open for others and thanks everyone for their work. His innate compassion and golf skills have not gone unnoticed at Shipley and will propel him toward future success. Janine Melseed. We are extremely proud of this avid equestrian and dedicated lifer. A creative writer, independent thinker, and talented artist, Janine Melseed is exceptional. Her mind has drawn her to make sense of the world and the manner in which we interact. Her heart has shone through as a loyal friend and cherished oak. Janine's courage for the deed and grace for the doing is exemplary. Tommy D. Ready with his quick-witted humor, keen insights, and admirable leadership, Tommy D's Shipley experience has been distinguished by clarity of purpose and impactful citizenship. This Beacon editor has crushed nearly every challenge on the baseball diamond, basketball court, and academic classroom. His affinity for open dialogue added to every Celtics, political, or student government conversation. We will miss the presence of this high-impact individual dearly. Celeste Funari Muse. Gifted with a penchant for deep, independent thought, Celeste Funari Muse is a master of complexity and nuance. To discuss ideas with her is to consider what is meaningful and real. In the classroom and on the crew team, Celeste sets high standards for herself and consistently meets them. Shipley is richer for her contributions, and we look forward to her future success. Danielle Campbell. Danielle Campbell is an impressively hard worker whose dedication to academic achievement is matched only by her kindness and her generous spirit. Although felled by a volleyball injury, she was the team's biggest fan. Notably, while online for COVID, she remained an example of diligence and grace for all of us. Danielle exemplifies the desire to learn and to create. Lydia Froer. Lifer Lydia Froer has been bouncing through Shipley's hallways since pre-K, and we are so grateful that she came home to us in the fall. Lydia's spirit and willingness to be goofy, even in stressful situations, have always served as reminders that things do get better. Her artistic prowess, her resilience, and her love for chocolate will remain with us for a long time. Abigail DeSantis. Caring and motivated, Abby DeSantis is the person you want on your team. A curious student, wonderful friend, and fierce competitor, Abby has left a mark on our community. As a member of Shipley's softball and volleyball teams, Abby enthusiastically supported her teammates, eventually becoming softball captain her senior year. We celebrate Abby as a talented athlete, but above all, a compassionate human being.
Ellie Oberwager. Compassionate, insightful, and independent, Ellie Oberwager is devoted to doing what is right. Ellie is a thought leader in her classes, especially when dealing with issues of self-empowerment and justice. She is also committed to the well-being of the individual with involvement in the Positive Education Program for 3 years running. We are excited to share Ellie's caring spirit with the world. Niyam Shah. Within weeks of his 10th grade arrival to Shipley, Niyam Shah had already made a lasting contribution by founding the TSA Club. Niyam's engagement with and empowerment of people resulted in enduring successes in competitions and in bringing people together. Filled to the brim with ideas and drive to do, we can't imagine what innovative ideas he'll build into practice in our world. Sadie Hornung. The ultimate in well-roundedness, there is nary a role that Sadie Hornung has not tackled with great aptitude, aplomb, and humility. From leadership and service to performances on the stage, stellar scholarship in the classrooms to defensive prowess on the athletic field, Sadie does it all. Above all, she is a grounded, thoughtful individual who cares deeply for others. Zeynep Demarai. A polite, respectful person, Zeynep Demarai was a welcome addition to Shipley her freshman year. Her quiet, mature approach to all that she did made us all take notice. A serious student, she brought an intensity and enthusiasm to every endeavor and always worked to achieve her personal best. Whatever the future holds, she will meet it head on and give it her all. Naomi Israeli. Love of learning and fairness are two strengths that define life for Naomi Israeli. She has challenged herself academically and found her voice, engaging anyone in debate about topics she champions, most notably gender equity. She has also honed her baking skills throughout upper school, winning the Shipley's Best Baker Award. We are so grateful for Naomi's legacy. Bailey Richardson. A driven individual, Bailey Richardson can be found running cross country, chasing a ball on the squash courts, or speeding to the Commons to get an early start at lunch. Bailey knows what he wants and never stops until he has completed what he started. Bailey leads by example, whether directing a conversation in Expo-Tech or pursuing his own interests in the field of science. Nawfal Ahmed. Nawfal Ahmed, a Shipley lifer, demonstrates a fierce intellect and quiet leadership. His passion for mathematics and engineering are rooted in the joy he derives from problem solving and forging adroit connections. He is a team player, evidenced through his participation in the tennis and squash programs and the chess and robotics club. Driven and diligent, Nawfal's path ahead is clearly an exciting one. Jack Cooney. Jack Cooney's range of interests is awe-inspiring. From blacksmithing to aviation to photography, he passionately communicates about these areas of discovery and self-discovery to others. A well-respected and approachable community member, Jack's penetrating questions during class discussions and ability to collaborate with peers stand out. His commitment for growth was present in his participation in the squash and cross-country programs. Well done, Jack. Lauren Cahoon. Lauren Cahoon is a masterful performer. On stage, she captivates the audience, moving them through a wide range of emotions. In the classroom, she lends her insight and perspective. Whether singing with Shipley Singers or working the technology help desk, we have been awestruck by this lifer's diligence and discipline. No one will be surprised when her name is in lights. Sanaa Redmond. A hardworking, dedicated, and thoughtful person, Nah Redmond always stands up for what she believes. This 1,000-point scorer is a leader on and off the court as basketball captain and as president of the Black Student Union. Unfailingly kind and supportive, Nah has made us proud at every turn and has strengthened the Shipley community with her strong moral compass and sparkling intellect. Andrew Hopkinson. Expertly equipped with an affable demeanor, an offbeat sense of humor, and wisdom far beyond his years, Andrew Hopkinson is cherished by friends and teachers alike. This multimedia artist equally balances his creative and curious approach alongside his athletic and competitive way. If you think arguing Eagles football against this sports debate club leader is a good idea, think again. Andrew, you will be missed. Lily Bevan. Lily Bevan can do it all, but she always enjoys accomplishing her goal as part of a team. On the varsity volleyball court, softball fields, or science class lab, this lifer is easily a most valuable pick. She has made Shipley stronger, leading as environmental club co-head, admissions ambassador, and diversity conference facilitator. We will miss the seltzer connoisseur and her irreplaceable hallway greetings. Lexi Reidinger. Possessing superior skills of language and communication, lifer Lexi Reidinger has been an asset to the Shipley community since she joined us in kindergarten. Lexi is insightful, curious, and committed to excellence, especially in the areas of music, theater, literature, and history. Also a caring and thoughtful friend, Lexi's strengths position her for any number of meaningful and compassionate pursuits. Katie Bergen. Lifer Katie Bergen's leadership on the fields and in our community has been extraordinary. As a student government leader, 3-sport athlete, and captain, she has promoted positive changes in so many areas of school life. We will miss her determination, humor, energy, and her fierce will, but we are grateful that we will be able to follow her many adventures on TikTok. Abigail Keynes. As a scholar, Abby Keynes is a force to be reckoned with. Always holding herself to the highest academic standards, Abby has solidified a stellar academic reputation. A true triple threat, Abby is an instrumentalist, vocalist, and actress. We've had the honor of watching her dominate the stage at Shipley multiple times a year. We will miss her bright spirit, intellectual prowess, and musical talent. Alva Burkett. If you need a listening ear, you can count on Alva Burkett to offer compassion, wisdom, and encouragement. In the classroom, teachers regularly praise her for her persistence, attention to detail, and strong collaborative skills. Her involvement in Shipley's Positive Pause highlights her ability to teach students who learn differently. We will miss Alva's confidence, positivity, and friendship. William Girardi. We admire William Girardi's exceedingly good nature, which is bolstered by his tenacity and dedication to improving his craft of learning. His propensity to think deeply makes him a vital asset across all disciplines. His willingness to try new things, ranging from stage crew to historical writing, makes us excited to hear about his next successes. Bravo, William.
Christian Demopoulos. Christian Demopoulos invests wisely in each activity, leaving everything on the soccer field and the metaphorical field. He is a strong self-advocate who maturely looks both backward to comb experiences for valuable lessons and forward to apply what he's learned. We look forward to hearing about his next steps in his journey and will be cheering him on from afar. Jordan Winter. An influential member of the community, Jordan Winter has strengthened the school with her quiet leadership. Whether in the classroom or on the river, she leads by example, demonstrates a commendable work ethic, and displays a consistent desire to grow and improve. Always striving to do her best, Jordan has leveraged her opportunities at Shipley to improve herself and the world around her. Kate McNulty. Fashion forward, focused, and fun. Kate McNulty seamlessly integrated herself into the community just last year. She garners the respect of her peers for her warm and supportive friendship and has left her mark on Shipley as cross-country team captain and costume designer for our theater programs. We applaud her as she prepares to leave her mark on the world. Abigail Ahi. Intense and focused, but always fun, Abby Ahi's career at Shipley has been impressive. Whether preparing for a game or a test, she always understood the importance of hard work. A multi-sport athlete able to balance demanding academics and activities, her drive to succeed has never dimmed. An excellent student, she is always ready to push herself to be the best. Dixie Lissack. Look out world, Dixie is here. A strong student and an avid rower, she excels in all that she does. Whether in the classroom or in a quad on the river, she gives her all. One of Dixie's strengths is fairness, and you will often see her championing a cause or raising awareness. In class or in the Beacon, we celebrate her passion and energy. Sarah Stetzel. A steadfast scholar, a tenacious tennis player, and an ambitious artist, Sarah Stetzel embodies all the attributes of a delightful human being. She is a deep thinker with a passion for learning and an engrossing personality. Never shy to make people laugh, she also puts impressive time and energy into her work. Sarah flourishes in every setting and exemplifies grit. Max Detlefs. Thriving under a rigorous course load, Max Detlef exudes intellectual curiosity and commitment to excellence. Outside the classroom, he's been an integral part of the varsity soccer program and jazz band. In Max, we have found a confident and composed leader. Most importantly, Max takes time to understand and consider the views of others. We are eager to hear about his future success. Grant Williams. Grant Williams' leadership and academic firepower have led him to summit numerous peaks, including serving as all-school vice president, member of the varsity squash team, and enthusiastic participant in Glee Club, Shipley Singers, and Science Olympiad. A lifer, Grant's amiable and selfless nature often has helped to foster environments characterized by firm friendships and intellectual curiosity. Congratulations, Grant. Hadley Hughes. Hadley Hughes is hilarious. A trusted confidant, she will spend quiet time advising a friend and then crack a joke to break up the solemnity of the moment. Comfortable in her own skin, Hadley projects the confidence of someone we all want to be around. With her intellect and adaptability, she will certainly conquer the world. Ben Gillen. Quiet yet energetic is a phrase that could be used to describe Ben Gillen. His sense of camaraderie has allowed him to earn the trust of his peers on and off the lacrosse field. Ben has never shied away from a challenge. He embraces it and is always eager to achieve his goals. Ben, we are very proud of you and all of your accomplishments. Natalie Crane. A joyful Shipley experience unquestionably needs music, plants, and the color pink strategically worked into the day. We have learned this lesson from Natalie Crane, along with her insatiable curiosity, exceptional attention to detail, and passionate life approach. Shipley's Sprouts Community, Glee Club, and Music Committee have all benefited from her hardworking and collaborative talents. We are excited for Natalie's journey ahead. Andrew McCready's. A plant-based advocate and self-proclaimed gym rat, Andrew McCready's is expertly balanced. He is a triple threat, enjoying life behind the lens of his DSLR camera when not in the classroom or competing on the varsity basketball court. Andrew leaves a great legacy at Shipley after only 2 years. This class of 2021 has benefited tremendously from Andrew's terrific addition. Reed Holland. Reed Holland has one of the most infectious and memorable laughs. Although known for his goofy humor, there is much substance underneath. Reed's devotion to his family, especially his brother, is exemplary. He demonstrates the same dedication to his friends at Shipley, as well as taking on new challenges. Reed will be remembered for many things, but most fondly for the relationships he has built. Libby Ronan. Dedication is not just a word to Libby Ronan, it's a verb. Libby takes on all challenges with cheer, industry, and humility. Her infectious enthusiasm extends to all her intellectual pursuits. As a leading vocalist in our performing arts and musical ensembles, Libby has wowed us with awe-inspiring talent. We cannot wait to see her soar to new heights. Jing Bian. While only a member of our community for a short time, Jing Bian leaves an indelible mark. An entrepreneur at heart, Jing is fascinated by both business and math. At the same time, her intellectual passions include the humanities, history, and society. A member of DECA and Science Olympiad, Jing has won our admiration for her quiet confidence and strong collaborative skills.
金边边金，虽然他只在我们学校短暂的时间，但他留下的印记却是不可磨灭的。边金是天生的企业家，他对商业和数学都有着浓厚的兴趣，同时他对人文、社会、历史也充满了热情。作为 DECA 和科学奥林匹克竞赛的成员，边金用他沉着的自信心和强大的合作能力，赢得了所有人的钦佩。
Casey Goss. Whether in Glee Club or on the fields under a mound of goalie equipment, Casey Goss is often singing. She also lends her voice as an advocate and a friend. She is extraordinarily sensitive to others and fiercely committed to fairness. This genuinely good soul walks a righteous path even when it is not easy. She is a tremendous asset to Shipley and humanity. Matt LaSorsa. On guard means get ready for action, and action is precisely when Matt LaSorsa shines. As a world-class fencer or as a cornhole commentator, he is eager to make an impact in all that he does. A captivating conversationalist who enthusiastically asks probing questions in class, he has a love of history and international relations. We cannot wait to follow Matt's journey. Rachel Zammer. Rachel Zammer is a consistent model of maturity, thoughtful action, and successful outcomes. She is not afraid to work for what she wants, and she works for all that is good. From volunteering to pack COVID test kits to being an empathetic friend, this lifer is kind, compassionate, and warm-hearted. Shipley is better because of her, and now Rachel sets out to better the world. Lily Gordon. Lily Gordon quickly made her mark when she arrived in her sophomore year. Whether on the lacrosse field or in the classroom, she is a force to be reckoned with. Her large personality and great sense of humor has made many of us laugh these last few years. Competitive and compassionate, motivated and mature, she has discovered the perfect formula for success. Jack McLaughlin. With his sardonic wit and humor, Jack McLaughlin entertains us all with his thoughts on Netflix programs, the French language, and Shipley culture. His ability to see perspective has allowed him to shine on the stage and in our hearts. Focused and hardworking, Jack embraces change and rolls with the punches. We can't wait to see how he lights up the world. Grace Gao. No one is more full of life and laughter than Grace Gao. A compassionate individual with a heart of gold, Grace lights up any room she enters. A fierce competitor on the tennis courts, a relentless academic, never shy to add just one more course, Grace is the embodiment of brilliance and an example of love and action. Thank you, Grace.
Grace 高逸清。没有人比高逸清更加充满了生命力和欢笑。他总是设身处地的为每一个人着想，拥有一颗如金子般的心，能照亮他所在的每一个地方。高逸清是网球场上的强劲竞争者，也是从来不吝于多加一门课的好学者，更是才华横溢并把爱付诸行动的典范。谢谢你，高逸清。
Gianna Scioli. Whether facilitating discussion on body image or serving as all-school community life head, Gianna Scioli's care for others is present in all of her endeavors. A humble yet outspoken lifer, Gianna seeks to elevate student voices and perspectives. Her lofty academic and athletic goals invite others to work and play hard, whether in the classroom or on the field hockey pitch. Well done, Gianna. Josh Haricki. Josh Haricki is often 2 steps ahead of us, and it's not just because of his height. Whether through his social distancing pledge or bringing Expo Tech to Shipley, Josh problem solves issues before they are apparent to anyone else. Often described as ambitious and enterprising inside and outside of the classroom, we are eager to hear Josh's next big idea. Arena Zhu. Arena Zhu has a knack for making others feel better, regardless of how big or small their struggle. She infuses her innate and sophisticated creativity into everything she does, from classroom debates and upper school assemblies to her graphic novel, Ratopia. Brave and kind, Arena has enlightened and enhanced our school. We couldn't be more grateful to know her.
Arena 朱胜怡。无论你的烦恼是大是小，朱胜怡总有自己的诀窍，让你的心情好起来。从课堂辩论到高中集会，到他的绘本小说，他将自己与生俱来、深奥微妙的创造力融入在自己所做的每一件事情当中。朱胜怡的勇敢、善良，不断地激励着我们，也让我们的学校更好。能够认识他，是我们莫大的荣幸。
Garrett Kelly. Quiet and humble, yet nevertheless willing to share his ideas and perspective, Garrett Kelly brings composure and positivity to each of his pursuits. A stalwart member of Shipley's varsity crew team, an integral part of Glee Club and Yearbook, Garrett dedicates himself fully to the task at hand. He has made a lasting impact on our community. TJ McCabe. Determination and hard work have been the pillar of TJ McCabe's Shipley experience. Lacrosse captain, admissions ambassador, and athletic committee chair, TJ's Shipley spirit has shown across his dealings. The senior week quarterback consistently pushes for his personal best and positively influences others with his unshakable drive to succeed. TJ's passion and influence will serve with great impact far beyond our Shipley community. Zachary Friels. When lifer Zach Friels first came to Shipley for pre-K and kindergarten, he was a delightful tyke with a determination to get things done. When he returned to the 9th grade, he had grown into an impressive youth, a gifted athlete, and an all-around great person. We admire Zach for his dedication to academics, care for the environment, and service to others. Jerry Zhang. Thoughtful and intellectually curious, Jerry Zhang is known to his peers as a wise and valued voice in any setting. Jerry's comments often crystallize key ideas and leave others enlightened and appreciative. A dedicated member of the Shipley Orchestra for 4 years, Jerry has shown in all his classes, and this year has navigated the challenge of attending remotely from China with aplomb.
接律章，张子杰。善体人意又充满求知欲，无论何时，张子杰都是同学眼中明智而被尊重的声音。张子杰总是能一针见血地把抽象的概念具体化，也让其他的人醍醐灌顶。 作为 Shipley 管弦乐队4年的忠实成员，子杰在所有课程上的表现都非常出色。今年他更是沉着应对，克服了从中国远程上课的巨大挑战。
Electra Ballas. Lifer Electra Ballas is a puzzle master of the class of 2021. She set a record for completing the math department's problem of the month that will stand for years, and her passion for science helped carry Shipley's Science Olympiad delegation further than ever before. Electra's analytical mind and her love of pirates and superheroes makes every conversation with her more interesting than the last. Sutton Grossinger. A natural leader and Shipley lifer, Sutton Grossinger's tireless work ethic and infectious positivity are felt throughout the community. Her roles in student government, recently as all-school president, resulted in providing platforms for others to thrive. The junior ice skating trip and senior sunset are 2 such examples. She is beyond proud of the efforts of the entire Shipley community this academic year. Congratulations, Sutton. Hannah Green. Compassionate, sharp-witted, and creative, Hannah Green is a straight shooter with a big heart. According to her teachers, this lifer makes classes fun to teach. As a talented vocalist and theatrical performer, Hannah gives others inspiration and energy. Hannah's passion for service and dedication to making the world a better place exemplifies courage for the deed, grace for the doing.
Brooke McCarthy. Is there someone who makes more efficient use of time than Brooke McCarthy? The volume of Brooke's voice may not be the loudest, but our community wisely listens and holds her contributions as head editor of Beacon and as a classmate in the highest regard. We can't wait to see where her next series of balletic leaps takes her. Alexa Lesniak. A poet at heart, Alexa Lesniak's words make us pause to consider our place in the world. She acts with great kindness and conviction, using her voice and actions to effect positive change. Indeed, this Shipley lifer has effortlessly built meaningful relationships with peers and teachers alike. Quietly self-assured, Alexa knows who she is, and we are excited for whom she will become. Josh Gallia. With a wry sense of humor, Josh Gallia observes and evaluates the world around him. A lacrosse player, his commitment to his teammates is a priority. In the classroom, he becomes a force to be reckoned with when a topic inflames his passions. A lifer at Shipley, we look forward to watching him take on new challenges and new paths towards success. Sebastian Bell. British by birthright, Bryn Mawrian by upbringing, Sebastian Bell has an internationalism about him that allows for his strengths of open-mindedness and perspective to shine. A man on the move, Sebastian participates and leads in cross-country, swimming, and crew. And let's not forget mountain biking, of course. Thank you, Sebastian, for your ability to listen mindfully and to be a true friend. Megan Murphy. Often seen with her iPad and Apple Pencil, Megan Murphy uses any opportunity to hone her art skills. Her quiet countenance does not reflect the wheels turning inside as she creates her next piece of work. While creativity is no doubt a top strength, open-mindedness and zest are ones that she has developed in the classroom and on the swim team. Gabe Malaboyo. Order up. An artist behind the easel and in the kitchen, Gabe Malaboyo brings his love of all things creative wherever he goes. A cheerful leader in the classroom, good friend, and competitor on the squash and tennis courts, he puts his all into crafts and never gives up. Gabe is a welcoming and kind-hearted individual who makes everyone feel like they belong. Sophia Slipikoff. If you're looking for lifer Sophia Slipikoff, she's probably on the second floor of the Commons. Whether in the art rooms, working on her pieces, or in the choir room during Shipley Singer rehearsals, Sophia finds outlets for her creativity. A hardworking student who always finds time to help others, she has made our community stronger. Brava, Sophia. Sebastian Frost. Yes, Sebastian Frost did just walk past wearing a tropical shirt and American flag shorts. He's also likely to be your doctor in 7 years, so none of us will hold his fashion sense against him. A talented tennis player, loyal friend, and intellectual force to be reckoned with, Sebastian delights us all with his pervasive inquiry and brilliant observations. Emma Strawbridge. When lifer Emma Strawbridge uses her superb intellect for good, she is identifying bias in data sets to resolve issues of injustice and inequity. In less virtuous moments, she is building models that link hockey player hair length with skill. In all instances, Emma's unique perspective and intrigue astounds us. A remarkable artist, devoted sibling, and trustworthy friend, we simply adore her. Spencer McCollum. Whether on the ice playing hockey or in the yearbook room, Spencer McCollum's teamwork, skills, passionate spirit always shine through. Spencer focuses his energy on things that he enjoys and later shares them with his peers. He is also never afraid of sharing his perspective and humor when those around him need it the most. Thank you, Spencer. Oliver Walcott. One thing is for sure, you can't squash the imaginative and original approach of Oliver Walcott. Naturally curious and creative, this photographer brings a fresh perspective to everything he does. He has been a member of the Glee Club for his entire high school career and a reliable boatmate on the crew team. Just watch and see how this rare individual impacts the world around him. Alex Boissard. Alex Boissard is deeply inquisitive, highly principled, and entirely self-determined. An intellectual and seeker of truth, Alex is fascinated by things in life that matter and make a difference. From his leadership on the Environmental Committee to his involvement in the 2020 election, his encyclopedic knowledge of current documentaries, Alex is a citizen of the world who will thrive as he moves through it. Jenny Seligman. With a smile that lights up a room and energy to match, Jenny Seligman brings passion, humor, and concern for others to the Shipley community. An advocate for Shipley's positive education program, Jenny is also devoted to the arts and has graced the pages of The Beacon with her insights. We are excited to watch Jenny set out to seize the future. Sophie Moeller. Few students have Sophie Moeller's eye for beauty, and even fewer can capture it with a camera as she can. Her visual skills are matched by lyrical writing and an incredibly good heart. A devoted and supported friend, Sophie has extended her talents to all areas of Shipley with a deliberate exception of the athletic fields, which she views with the same apprehension as a bad photograph. Anita Raj. Intelligent and calm, Anita Raj never backs down from a challenge. Well liked by her peers, Anita uses her sharp mind to get to the bottom of a problem, figure out a way to solve it, and then teach everyone else how to do it. Literary magazine editor, varsity debater, and Young Democrats member, Anita's compassion for others and keen intellect will be missed by many. Sonia Joseph. Fierce, smart, and determined to make a difference, lifer Sonia Joseph is laser focused on making an impact on the world before it's too late. Brimming with intellectual abilities and a sense of purpose, her commitment to making herself and the world a better place is remarkable, impressive, and inspiring. Thank you, Sonia.
Mackenzie Medina. Fun-loving and fun-facilitating, Mackenzie Medina has made Shipley a happier place. Captain of the soccer team, athletic committee president, and mainline athlete of the week. It's no surprise this senior has also nurtured COVID-era friendly community connections, helping to organize the recent Cornament. Mackenzie, may your post-Shipley period team with the happiness you spread in our community. Susanna Ulrich. Calm, cool, and collected. Lifer Susanna Ulrich has attained an astounding set of goals in the classroom, while simultaneously preventing an astounding set of goals on the soccer pitch as a defender aptly nicknamed The Wall. A captain of the squash team as well, Susanna is a serious scholar who does not take herself too seriously. We applaud her thoughtful and caring manner. Ted Ryan. A great observer of the world around him, Ted Ryan has become a first-class person and student. An avid reader, he has been a valuable contributor to many a class discussion. At home, in the water, or on land, he has also shown his leadership skills, as swim captain and the ultimate team player. We wish him well in his future endeavors. Sophia Mo. An avid flautist and piano player, Sophia Mo impressed us all as the accompanist for Legally Blonde, the only Shipley student to ever have that distinction. She wows us all with her abilities both in and outside of the classroom, as well as her ability to find balance. We will not soon forget her strengths of perseverance, teamwork, and leadership. Brava, Sophia. Alice Thompson. Alice Thompson's buttery Australian accent lights up a room and a conversation. She is dedicated to theater, and she shines when doing a scene. An accomplished musician as well, Alice is a guitar player who finds peace in creating and executing riffs and chords. We are so grateful for Alice's presence and wish her great success as she steps out into the world. Kian Dumont. Always one to engage in friendly discourse, Kian Dumont thrives in a community that balances athletics, academics, and the arts. A dedicated basketball player, a gifted French horn player, and a determined scholar, Kian is a model for the modern Shipley student. Kian's love of life is a shining example of what one can accomplish when they seize the day. Maggie Klein. Maggie Klein puts her heart into all that she does. From serving as student government service co-chair to her leadership on the lacrosse and field hockey teams, Maggie's warmth propels the community to soaring heights. Her "we got this" attitude is evidenced in the advice she hopes to pass down to other Shipley students. At the end of the day, find the positive. Congratulations, Maggie. Abby Stamball. Creative, considerate, and crew are all words that define Abby Stamball. With her ideal combination of enthusiasm and determination, this lifer conquers anything that requires immense intellectual and physical strength. As yearbook editor, she leaves big shoes to fill. As a friend and role model to many, Abby has made a lasting impact that will be felt for years to come. John Parsons. When John Parsons is resolved to do something, it gets done. Determination and focus are keystones of his identity, and he applies these in the classroom, on the field, and in the boat. A gifted athlete and problem solver, John would be our first pick regardless of the sport. He has brought us great joy and pride. Daniel Liebman. Always compassionate and kind, Danny Liebman is a calming presence to those around him, even when he's competing on the golf course or debating in sports debate club. He's always willing to lend a helpful hand to those in need and is not afraid to stand up for what he believes. We will miss his dry sense of humor next year. Jared Gravely. With a smile and a warm welcome, Jared Gravely has brightened the Shipley community since pre-K. He remembers everybody's birthday, and he has made us all laugh many times. His intensity, both inside and outside of the classroom, has been noticed by all, even when he is dressed as the Gator. His growth and maturity has been remarkable, and we wish him well. Scout Meyer. An avid rock climber, Scout Meyer has shown us that no mountain is too high to keep her from getting the most out of life. Our Shipley community has been enhanced through the contributions of this lifer in Glee Club, Technology Student Association, and Shipley's rare Galapagos trip. Any Shipley friend will tell you this is the scout you need on your team. Cameron Long. In life, some people are gifted with the ability to see straight past the hype and hubris to what is real and true. Cameron Long is one such person. Insightful, honest, and dedicated to truth, Cameron is quite simply a delight to talk to. Dedicated to excellence in the classroom, the soccer field, and beyond, Cam will excel in whatever path he chooses. Anna G. Kind, gentle, and devoted to excellence, Anna G has been an asset to our Shipley community since she joined us in the 10th grade. In her classes, Anna shines with a quiet curiosity that enhances her own learning and others. An outstanding member of the Glee Club, Anna also played field hockey, pursued Science Olympiad, and supported others in our mentoring program. Brava, Anna.
Anna 季香怡，温柔、善良、追求卓越的季香怡，从10年级加入我们以来，一直是Shipley社区的宝贵资产。课堂上，香怡用自己的好奇心，让自己和同学们的学习更加精进。香怡也是合唱团杰出的一员，她还参加了曲棍球队、科学的奥林匹克竞赛，并在学校的师徒计划里热心地帮助学弟学妹们。香怡，我们为你喝彩。
John Milai. A man of few words, but with a wicked grin, John Milai has moved stealthily through his 4 years at Shipley. He is a straight shooter who carves his own path, but also excels as a collaborator. John has made an impact in the classroom, among his friends, and as a 4-year engine on our thirds basketball team. Thank you, John. Emma Lowe. A top academic performer, Emma's determination sets her apart. She never settles, but rather consistently seeks new challenges. Emma has been the captain of our varsity tennis team and lead on our Science Olympiad. Noted nationally as an exceptional pianist and violinist, we have been fortunate enough to have Emma as a featured performer. We look forward to hearing her future success.
Hail our colors, speed them onward, Shipley, hail to thee. Green for hope we always cherish, blue for loyalty. Worthy standards hast thou brought us, steadfast will we be. Truth and honor hast thou taught us, thanks we give to thee. Hail our colors, see them onward, Shipley, hail to thee. Green for hope we always cherish, blue for loyalty.